Okay, so analysis for tomorrow, that is tomorrow in the sense today, that is 17th November 2025. So basically, what's my view for next week is that let me explain what I see. So apparently, from past one day, uh, the market has become bearish. If you see this one particular one day candle, which is bearish, but in past couple of weeks, it is progressively uh, bullish. So I always consider inducement sweep or the liquidity sweep is the way as one region where I always gonna consider the order block apart from the random choice. I do not consider those. I only mark the ones which are swept the liquidity. So coming um, to the previous swing where I see this is where the first chalk had happened, and then it came back, swept the liquidity and inducement. This is what I consider. I'll let me go to 15 minutes. 1 hour is also fine. 15 minutes is also fine. 15 minutes is very refined so that I can explain it in the right direction. So quickly explaining, this is the inducement what I'm considering. So this swept the inducement, and then it came to this region as a order block what I considered. So it did tap the order block and moved and clearly made a break of structure. So in order to do the next order block, what I consider is sweeping the inducement, and this is what I consider an inducement, considering in the 1 hour inducement. If you see here, what I consider, there are a lot of small moves in 1 hour, but this is the one which I consider as inducement, because for the swing, inducement or the major liquidity for the swing, if you see, uh, this is where it comes below the 50%. 50% is the equilibrium. Anything above that will be in the premium, and then below it is a discount. I'll buy in the discount, sell at the premium. So this is where it swept the inducement, and it came beautifully. It came to the order block and sipping all other liquidity and making clear break of structure. Please do note, I'm also considering the internal sweeping of liquidities also, not only the external. If you see here, let me get back to 15 minutes, it will be more clear. So why did I mark order block? This as order block, let me explain. So if you see here, before sweeping the inducement, it had made a inducement. I mean, before clearing a inducement, it made a inducement here. So this is the pullback. I would clearly consider as a pullback. This is the pullback where before breaking this created an inducement. It should actually, I want to say it should take the inducement and then move forward. Okay, so considering this, if you see this is where this is the first retracement in order to make the chalk or the break of structure. So considering for the swing, I'm just considering the taking of inducement and getting below the 50%, which is equilibrium. So what I saw, this swept the inducement, came back to the order block, And internally, if you see, this had made a break of structure and inducement as this, and this swept the inducement came to the 70% from this to this, and this is where I consider as order block. It came to the order block, took the order block. I mean, do not consider from here, this part. I am considering this as my order block. Okay, this one candle as my order block, and then it clearly made a new break of structure, and again it did not take any inducement or anything. uh, um, the next swing it clearly made a uptrend, and eventually it made a internal break of structures, and took the inducement, and again moved for next couple of days, and from last 1 week this is the scenario what I see. The move what it was doing, it has now shifted towards the bearish, and it is coming to this zone where I have marked. So it made a chalk, took the inducement, made a chalk, took the inducement, and uh, and made a break of structure, and now it is at, as it took a break of inducement, I consider this as the zone, as order block. Whatever that comes here, it will start doing the break of structure of next bearish move. So considering this, equilibrium is at somewhat around in this region. So now the movement is still in the bearish. So what I consider is it should ideally make one more break of structure. After that it should make a move towards the bullish, because the daily um, the daily trend, if you see in gold, is likely to be always bullish. So considering this is where, even in a daily trend, it did make a move. If you see, it took the inducement and made a move, and now it has come to fill the um, you know um, fair value gap. It is actually it has already completed the fair value gap. However, for the swing, let me see, I don't know it. For the swing, the 70% is somewhere here. So this is a region where I've marked. When it come below that, it is a region where we'll consider of buying it. Going into bullish, or buying the market. So that's where I'm targeting. From this point to this point will be my target. However, my clear target is 20 points for 10 points, and doing the trailing after that. So that is where this this is the analysis for a gold for 17th.